Good afternoon, Stampin' friends. Happy Friday. I'm Sarah Chatello. For those that don't know me, I am with Sassy Paper Crafts. That's my business name. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today I'm going to show you a super cute birthday card because we are talking all about birthdays this week and next week. Hope you don't get sick of birthdays. I love birthdays. My birthday is on Sunday, so that's why we're doing 2 whole weeks of birthdays. I'm going to do a couple announcements before we get into our card. We'll be using the Timeless Tulip stamp set. So if you'd like to stamp along with me, go ahead and get your Timeless Tulip stamp set and your Tulip Builder Punch. I'm going to look for this video on my Facebook page so I can see any comments that pop up. If you're joining me today, feel free to say hello. And there's going to be a giveaway next week. So before we get started, let me announce the winner of this week's giveaway, which is the hand-penned designer series paper. This is a 6x6 sampler pack, and I drew from the comments from last week's video, and the winner this week is Lori Gonzalez. I already have your address and everything, so I'm going to mail that out to you today. And if you would like to win for next week's giveaway, which I'll show you what I'm giving away at the end of the video, then all you have to do is just leave a comment. So feel free to say hello, tell me what you're doing today. It is hot and humid here in Saginaw, so I am staying in the house and crafting today. There's our video. Okay, so a couple announcements before we get started with our project. Hold on, sorry, my tablet's being funky. Okay, so first, I just want to show you, it is Mystery Host Month. So all this month, if you host a party with me, you will, or not host a party with me, sorry about that. If you place an order with me, you will be entered into my mystery host drawing, any size order. It could be a $5 stamp and seal. You'll be entered into my mystery host drawing. And right now, the rewards are currently at $15. So it's $15 in free product. That could be a stamp set, some embellishments, a ribbon, whatever you would like to spend that $15 on if you win. And the next thing I want to talk about is the join promotion. So this is the best deal in Stampin' Up. If you are willing to place a $100 order with Stampin' Up, you might as well go ahead and join my team because the starter kit is $99 and you get to pick $125 in free product for that $99. So if you're already going to spend $100, you might as well just spend $1 less, get more product. Plus, if you join during celebration, so until September 30th, you get to pick a free bundle from the mini catalog. And that can range, I think the cheapest one is $30 to $60. So a free $60 bundle plus $125 plus 20% off your future orders, which you can't beat that. So if you'd like more information on that, feel free to message me. I would love to chat with you about joining my team. And there is never any pressure to sell anything. You can use that discount just on your own personal orders. You never have to sell to anybody. So let's get started with our card. I'm going to turn my camera off and we are going to show my desk here. Yeah, switch the camera. And let me know in the comments, anybody have any plans this weekend? What is going on where you are? There's my desk. We are all set up and ready to go. Let me just make sure we're in focus here. There we go. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Wendy. I see some comments popping in. So this is the card we're going to be making today, and it's pretty simple, but I did use a little bit of the new Celebration Be Dazzling designer series paper, which is free with a $50 order. So it comes in 6x6, but I just used the tiniest strip because I don't want to use it all. It's too pretty. So let me show you how we're going to put this card together today. Let me get myself organized here. So I have a scrap piece of basic white. You can tell it's a scrap because I punched the heck out of it. And we're going to get our Timeless Tulip stamp set. And I'm going to get this big tulip here. I'm also going to need the little medium guy. There's this little one there. I also need this, the curvy leaf. The curvy leaf punches out. And then I need the straight one there. And a stem. We're going to do quite a bit of stamping today. The first color I'm going to use, though, is Blushing Bride, and you can do this card in whatever colors you already have. Let me get a block out. So I'm going to be using a C block for the large tulip there. Let me remember how, okay. So this punch, if you flip it over, this is how we're going to be punching out our cardstock. So what you want to do is put your tulip stamp as far to the right as you can. And that looks really dark and kind of icky right now, but my Blushing Bride is being strange. Once it dries, it looks like this. So just an FYI, my Blushing Bride is being weird. And then you can come over and punch this guy out. Now see what I mean by going all the way to the right? If you would have went to the left, we'd have been, the leaf gets in the way, it's funky. So you kind of got to play with it and practice with the builder punches, I feel like. Especially if you're just getting started, just play around and punch, do it on a piece of copy paper maybe so you're not using your good cardstock. I'm just going to line this guy up, punch out, and I do have a little extra leaf there. We don't need that one though. And so now I'm going to get out my Pear Pizzazz ink for the leaf. I'm going to clean off my stamp quickly using my Stampin' Scrub, which I love so much. This has a wet side and a dry side. And a little, oops, and I just put my Stampin' Scrub into my ink. This is why I don't open my ink. Little Stampin' Mist, scrub on the wet side, scrub on the dry side. Your stamp is clean. I got ink all over it, so I'm going to have to clean that up in a little bit. So I'm going to take my stamp off there and get my leaf. I'm again going to look at the punch to see how it goes. It goes that way. Yeah, we're going to do that. And then this time, I'm just going to go to the left, all the way to the left. I'm going to close my ink before I drop something else in it, because I do that quite often. And then I'm just going to line this guy up again. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I like little imperfections in cards. That's how you can tell they're handmade. Punch that out, and there I have a spare tulip, but it's fine. I don't mind that. So we're done with our punch here, this punch. Next, I'm going to try to carefully not touch the ink on the scrub. Scrub this stamp up. Wish I had baby white candy. I do not. I'm going to get out the Happy Birthday stamp. And we are going to stamp that. Where'd it go? There it is. Let me put that in my C block. And then I'm going to get out my Petal Pink ink. I'm done with, I need that one. So I'm done with Blushing Bride though. So now I have Petal Pink. And then I'm just going to take the sentiment here, ink that up. I think I did do that in Blushing Bride there, but we're going to do Petal Pink for this one. Stamp it about there. It does not have to be straight because we're going to be using a punch to punch that out. Now I have a B block. I'm going to take this medium tulip there. Open, I need, well, I'll use a D block. It's kind of large for that little leaf. And then I have an H block for the stamp, for the stem. I'm not done with that yet. What am I doing? Now move that to the side. We'll punch that out in a minute. I have a piece of basic white that is 5 by 3 3/4. And what I'm going to do is take my Petal Pink and ink up the stamp. I'm going to put one tulip there, another one on the other side. And I like to stamp my flowers first so I can see where they're going. And then I put the stem. So we're going to use Pear Pizzazz again. I'm just going to ink that up. It's kind of falling off, but that's okay. And I'm just lining it up. And the great thing about these photopolymer stamp sets is you can see through that. So that means I can get perfect placement every time. And then I'm going to take, oops, bump the camera. I'm going to take the little leaf here, again in the Pear Pizzazz. And this also looks incredibly dark, but I promise you once it dries, it'll look a lot better. I'm just going to put some little leaves here, and I'm going to flip them around and put some leaves on the other side. And that's okay if you go off the card a little bit. So we are done with the Pear Pizzazz. And then now I'm going to get the double oval punch out. And I'm going to line up my sentiment in that bottom oval there. Then I have a basic white oval that I can use on another project. And I have a scrap of Blushing Bride, and I'm going to line that up with the scallop oval. We're done with that punch, and now that's all that's left to do is put together our card. So let me get some of these stamps out of the way quickly. Wendy says her order is coming today. I love UPS Day. That is like my favorite day of the week. And my fiance actually works for FedEx, so he hates when I say I love UPS Day, but I do. They don't deliver my stamps, FedEx, so I love UPS. Clean these up. And now we are ready to assemble our card. So I have a Blushing Bride card base here that is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm just going to take my bone folder and smooth out that crease. And then I have a piece of Smoky Slate that measures 5 1/4 by 4. And this, like I said, is 5 by 3 3/4. So it all layers very nicely. The measurements are pretty simple. Where did my little strip, there it is, my little strip of the Dazzling Diamonds, or Bedazzling, that's what it's not Dazzling Diamonds, Bedazzling Designer Series paper. Look at how that shimmers. This measures, did I write it down? I didn't. Let's measure it, because I did not write it down. It's just a little tiny guy. So it's 3 inches long by 1/2 inch. And like I said, I like the paper, and I just didn't want to use up all my paper. So I have some Stampin' Seal here. Run it along that oval, and I'm just going to center it into the scallop one. It's not really centered. There. And then I'm going to get some dimensionals out. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I didn't stamp my stem for my big tulip, so we got to do that quickly. Sorry, guys. Good morning, Colleen. Thank you for joining us. Get my Pear Pizzazz back out, because I forgot to stamp a stem. I'm glad I realized it before I started putting the card together. So all I'm going to do for this, I'm just going to see, I want my tulip about there, so I'm just going to move that up a bit. Oh, and I have ink on my finger, so I better be careful. I'm going to stamp my stem about there. There. And then now we can take a dimensional, put it on the back. We'll take 2. And we can just cover that stem right up. And then take another one and put it on our leaf. And I've seen some debate about how the leaves go. I don't really think it matters. To me, they all look like flower petals and leaves and things. I've seen some debate on some of the demonstrator groups I'm a part of about how the leaves are supposed to go. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. I did that wrong, but you know what? It's okay. We're going to stick our strip here to the dimensionals. And that's about even. I'm okay with that. On the original card, I did put seal down, but this will just be doubled up. It'll give it even more pop. And then I just covered up that leaf. That's going to go there. And then to finish that, I'm going to use some of the pastel pearls. And there are these pretty pink ones there. And I'm just putting one here in the center of that oval. Oops. And I also wanted to mention while I'm putting my card together that next Thursday in my VIP group, I am having a virtual birthday party. And what that is it's just going to be a night of fun and games and laughter and chatting. And we're going to have a little birthday party inside my VIP group. It starts at 8 p.m. next Thursday, the 26th. And it'll take about an hour, so it's not very long. So if you'd like to be a part of that, please join my VIP group. And then all I need now is just the inside of a card here. It's 5 1/4 by 4. This is just a piece of basic white. I didn't do anything decorate this one this time. I want this ready to go for when I need a birthday card. And that's it for our card. And now let me show you what I am giving away for next week. So like I said, all you have to do is leave a comment on this video. And congrats, Lori, for winning the Hand Pen Designer Series paper. So next week, I will be giving away the Expressions in Ink specialty paper. So this is the one side of it. It's got pretty gold all through it. And you flip it over. Oh, it's supposed to go like this. There. That one's supposed to go like that. I have it backwards, but it's okay. And it's got that pretty watercolor look. So if you would like to win this, go ahead and leave a comment on this video, and I will draw a winner for that next Friday morning. So like I said, go ahead and join my VIP group if you want to be a part of the birthday party next Thursday. I will also be live Sunday morning on my birthday with another project for you. But until then, I will be live back here next Friday. So I will see you guys later. Have a great weekend.